Before Blue Lock turned football into a battle of schizophrenia, and Inazuma 11 had people pulling a madness on the field, Captain Tsubasa was really that show putting football anime on its back. It was really that show. The show is obviously about the kid called Tsubasa, and this kid just loves football. The reason why is because when he was a kid, he almost got hit by a truck, but because of his football, his life was saved. In the first episode, Tsubasa and his family have moved to a new town, and Tsubasa quickly leaves the house so he can explore the city in search of a football field. But just as he found a football field, the Nankatsu and Shuetsu team were already arguing for it. His brother Genzo Wakabayashi, my goal by the way, is straight hogging the pitch. He doesn't want to share the pitch, so he calls them to a challenge. If any one of them can manage to score a single goal from outside of the penalty area against him, he will peacefully relinquish the pitch. They throw an American football at him, and in spite of its unpredictable movement, he still manages to save it. Yes, W introduction, he is quickly climbing his way to being my favorite character. They threw a handball at him, no problem. A baseball, tennis ball, golf ball, but still no goal. They even went ahead and threw the whole Titanic at this guy, and he still saved it. Damn, who is this guy? David De Gea or something?
David De Gea could save the fucking Titanic.
Seeing this, Tsubasa was shocked because he's never seen a goalkeeper this good. On some nonchalant timing, Genzo packed his stuff and went back home. Tsubasa meets Ishizaki and they become friends. They go up a hill that enables them the view of the entire city, and Ishizaki shows Tsubasa where Genzo lives. And since Tsubasa wants to challenge Genzo, he writes up a message on his ball and just launches it to Genzo's home. Conveniently, Genzo was in his backyard, so he obviously caught the ball and saw the message. Later that same day, Genzo and Tsubasa met on the road, but Genzo doesn't believe Tsubasa was the guy who threw the ball at him, so he shoots the ball back at Tsubasa. But Tsubasa, with unbelievable precision, shoots it under a moving bus straight at Wakabayashi, leaving him no choice but to catch it, and now he definitely believes. Genzo accepts the challenge, but on some petty timing decides, nah, before you can shoot the ball against me, you first need to beat my entire team alone. What the hell? Tsubasa is basically running a 1v11, but that's light work for him. The only challenge he's got is Waka Bayashi himself. Oh yeah, and there's also this mysterious looking drunk guy who's just watching everything. Yeah, and he's definitely not gonna be important to the story. Tsubasa obviously proceeded to make quick work of Genzo Wakabayashi's teammates. Rainbow flick over this brother, inside foot, outside foot, inside foot. He's out here making these brothers look like cones. He then proceeds to jump like 7 feet in the air, heads the ball down to Wakabayashi. Wakabayashi is obviously too good of a keeper for that to go in. It deflects off the bar and straight into the feet of the homeless man, who turned out to be an ex-Brazil national team player. He crossed the ball to Tsubasa, but the cross was really tight. Tsubasa leaped for a diving header, and off of Genzo's hands, he managed to force the ball into the goal. But unfortunately, Genzo accidentally dived into the bar and got injured. Tsubasa scored, however, Genzo refused to accept defeat. He will only take the loss if Tsubasa manages to score on him in a real football match. Here's an upcoming tournament, and that is where he's planning on settling the score. Tsubasa accepts this challenge, and this is when the ex-Brazil player Roberto offers to become Nankatsu's coach. After some time, Tsubasa finally joined the Nankatsu team, only for us to find out that these guys are trash. They begin training and get a little better at this football thing, but then out of nowhere, these guys show up and challenge them to a friendly match. This team is apparently a very good football team from a neighboring school. As soon as the game started, they were absolutely dominating, playing the game through Nankatsu's defense, going through their midfield. They for real thought the entire team was made of bombs, but they forgot Tsubasa was a baller because he stole the ball, ran back to his own goal line, took the shot, and still managed to somehow score. What a goal. Not even Exo Blaze could do that, dog. What the hell? The rest of the game is a complete wipeout, with Tsubasa running the greatest carry job of the century. He crosses the ball to Rio, and even though nobody believed he could score, he managed to break his limiter and found the back of the net, and that's game. Turns out the friendly match was actually Roberto Hongo's idea. He made them play a friendly match so he'd see how good they are and know what to train them on. They go through a training arc and ultimately get better at the sport. Meanwhile, someone else is also going through his very own special training arc. We also see this kid called Misaki, who will very soon be relevant. We fast forward a few days and the day of the match is finally here, and for some reason Tsubasa is starting as a center back. I don't think that's a good decision because I personally think Tsubasa should be up top trying to score goals, especially when you're facing a team with this absolute demon in goal. The match obviously begins with Shuetsu absolutely dominating Nankatsu. They're connecting some nice passes, but just as they're about to shoot, Tsubasa actually manages to lock down the defense. Oh my days. Please forgive me your Tsubasa-ness. I'm sorry I ever said said he should be playing up top. Holy. Tsubasa plays the ball long. Ryo obviously receives it and actually took a fairly decent shot, but Genzo's obviously too good to let that go in. The rest of the game is just Shuetsu dominating and Tsubasa constantly having to clean out for his teammates. Time and time again, Shuetsu would get into shooting position, and time again, Tsubasa would come in clutch for his teammates. Since Tsubasa was defending and not attacking, not taking any shots, Genzo legit went crazy, took the ball and passed it straight at Tsubasa. He's basically telling him, hey boy, stop messing around and come at me already. Tsubasa was low-key waiting for this because he was not going to duck this fade. He took the ball, dribbled past this bomb, and as soon as he got near the penalty area, he unleashed this absolute missile at Genzo, but Genzo's obviously too good because he kept it out of the net. Nankatsu is obviously awarded a corner, and you already know Tsubasa is taking it. He takes the corner, Genzo thinks it's a pass, but it actually starts to curl into the goal. It's shy for Genzo. Genzo somehow manages to fingertip the ball, so he changes trajectory and hits the bar. But you already know Genzo was ready for the second ball. On the next play, Shuetsu are on the ball and they're passing the ball around to find some gaps. As soon as Tepe got the ball, he got double pressed and the ball got kicked out of bounds. Number 6 Ejo shoots the throw in, and turns out this guy can throw the ball really high, so Tsubasa has to step in and contest for the ball in the air, but he unfortunately fails. So Tepe picks up the loose ball and absolutely punishes them by putting the ball behind the back of the net. And just like that, it's 1-0 to Shuetsu. As soon as the game restarted, Tsubasa tried to go on an Ankara Messi run. Blood was legit dribbling past everyone. Nutmeg on this good outside foot, and he somehow found himself 1v1 with Genzo. He takes the shot, but somehow Genzo dives and catches it with both hands. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT! Yeah, I've seen enough, boy. This man is better than Big Bo and De Los Santos. Genzo launches the ball out for a counter attack. Tepe plays the ball to number 11, but Tsubasa quickly steals the ball. And ain't no way this kid tried to pull an Arda Güler on Genzo, and as you can already guess, Genzo caught that out of the air like it was nothing. The match was about to end, so Shuetsu changed to a brand new tactic called the birdcage technique. This technique is basically just Diego Simeone, prime Jose Mourinho, straight terrorism, haram ball, straight parking the box. These guys were playing the meanest low block while passing the ball straight tiki-taka without even trying to go forward. These guys had no intent of attacking. They were just trying to pass out the time. But unfortunately for them, Ryo figured out their pass pattern and was able to anticipate their next pass. And as soon as he got the ball, he launched it straight at Tsubasa, and you already know Tsubasa's about to cook. It's the last minute of the game, so it's basically now or never. Tsubasa's on the ball, he dribbles past these two guys, jumps over Tepe, slide tackle, nutmegs number 10, and he's now 1v1 with Genzo. He then proceeds to smash the ball bottom right, but Genzo obviously saved it. But the ball had so much spin, it bounced to the crossbar. And just when everybody thought it was chai and Tsubasa couldn't equal the score, you just see an upside down human being. Tsubasa manages to tie the game at the last minute, meaning they're going to go to extra time. But unfortunately for Nankatsu, they are now handicapped because Ryo actually got injured while he was trying to get the ball, so they now have to find somebody in the crowd to replace him. And that's when that kid called Mizuki volunteers to replace him. And let me tell you about this guy. He is an absolute baller. As soon as the game started, this guy just started cooking everybody. Like they basically have two Tsubasas on the field now. But not even he was able to break the iron wall called Genzo Wakabayashi. After some back and forth, Genzo went crazy, sprinted out of position, received the ball and smashed its top bins. What the hell is this guy, bro? What can he not do? The game resumes with Tsubasa and Mizuki playing some tiki-taka around Shuetsu. Tsubasa gets double pressed, so he plays the ball to one of his NPC teammates, and for once they actually put in some work. NPC crosses the ball into the box. Tsubasa and Mizuki are trying to get it, but my god, Genzo snatches it out of the air. He throws the ball out for a counter attack. Shuetsu's on the ball. They play the ball to Tepe. Tepe to number 10. Number 10 shoots and looks like it's going in, but this guy Mizuki saves it. You see what I meant when I said they had two Tsubasas on the same team? He is legit doing exactly what Tsubasa was doing in the beginning of the game. This brother is cracked for real. Watch what he does after making that crucial save. La Croqueta, outside foot, 360, jumps over the slide tackle. Oh my days, he gets double press, plays the ball to Tsubasa. Tsubasa heads it back to him, but Genzo's got 99 reaction time because he still reacts to that pass. Mizuki plays the ball back to Tsubasa, and honestly, like, What do you really expect Genzo to do in this situation? There is no goalkeeper in the entire world that's saving that. Hell nah, boy. With only 2 minutes left on the clock, both teams had to give it their all in order to break the tie, because whoever scored now would have won the game. The last person to make a play was Mizuki. He crossed the ball to Tsubasa, but unfortunately for them, both Tsubasa and Genzo met the ball in the air, which ended in a stalemate and the ball hitting the crossbar and going out of play. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was game. The game ended 2-2, none of each side being able to break the tie, but hey, this was a peak match. Definitely the best 6 or 7, or nah, 6-7 the best first 6 or 7 episodes I've ever seen in a football anime, but hey, this is a W anime, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep watching this even after making this video.